Hello, and welcome to Talking Simulator. It took me... The delay was the 5 minutes it took me to find Cameron. You know, the moon base isn't very big, but he hides very well.
I do.
Alright.
Hello.
Hello!
We're back in the same room together.
Should we, I don't know, bump chairs or throw things?
Pleasantly occluding a volume.
Yeah. It's different. Just gonna let it all out.
Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna pull the neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yang. You know, it's very difficult to actually slouch in these chairs.
It is.
They want you to sit up straight.
And they'll force your arms
Back.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
My
more
grandmother...
information about these chairs,
Chairs.
look at humanscale.com, I assume.
Yeah.
What about your grandmother?
Hmm?
Your grandmother?
She would have approved
Ah.
of sitting up straight.
Nothing says pride like being strapped to a wheeled conveyance.
My mother used to come up to me when I was sitting in a chair and just grab my shoulders and go,
Yoink. Yeah,
Yep.
that doesn't work. That's not the direction that they're supposed to go.
but it helped. It helped me keep it in mind.
Because now you have phantom yoinks.
Yes, Phantom Yoinks.
Yeah.
So, when we last left our intrepid detective, were we shaking down the street vendor for cash? Or had we finished that?
You know, a lot got lost in that.
Yeah.
In the fire. A lot was
Yes.
lost in the fire. I think we had slept, and I think it's day 3. And
Okay.
so it doesn't even matter if Solange didn't give us $10, because we don't need it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we decided to show Gart who was boss by sleeping in his dumpster. And I I've never done that before.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that you don't actually die.
Oh.
Right? I assumed you died.
I
You
counted as dying. Game over as death.
Yeah, I assumed that you got eaten by rats or you died of exposure because it's cold out. But no, it's just you get caught sleeping in a dumpster and get fired.
It's like a game where reading a letter can give you a heart attack. So, yeah, clearly you just suffocate in a dumpster.
Yeah, well, yeah. I enjoy that there are morale deaths. There are deaths due to injury or discomfort. And there are also the irrecoverables.
Right? Where it's like your reputation is just...
Yeah, exactly. Like if you shoot Kuno S, right, it's game over. Right? And that is different from the other ways that you can die. Right? It's discrete from it. Mechanically. So, Elden Ring?
I started playing Monster Hunter Rise because it was third on my list. It was Pokemon Legends Arceus, then Elden Ring, and now Monster Hunter Rise to try to look at kind of the open world traversal mechanics. And it's very wonky switching to Monster Hunter from Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring made me a better Monster Hunter player, but man, getting the buttons, because your attacks are Y and B.
Okay.
And R1 or R2 is like a special modifier.
Okay.
And then the other shoulder buttons don't, like, they control your inventory and action bars.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
And X is for, like, your flask, but it's also part of how you navigate your action bars, because you can toggle through stuff. So,
no.
So I often find myself locked in the chat menu.
Yeah.
Instead of doing my final finisher, just, like, doing an 8-move combo, and then I'm just, like, putting a sticker on the screen.
I hate it. That's somehow... Is that better or worse than the fact that the buttons on a Nintendo Switch are not rotated, they are...
Like, transposed.
Yeah, it's a reflection plane.
Yeah, but I'm playing on PC, so I'm using the same Xbox controller that I was playing with Elden Ring, and you have to hold R1 to run, and there's the whip bug thing, so you can L2 and R2 to, like, zip line yourself a short distance, or L2 plus Y to go up, and it's just a lot to juggle after focusing on, like, shoulder buttons and dodging.
Right.
And I honestly don't know if I should go back to Elden Ring right now. While the brain juices are trying to sort themselves out.
Right. It's like how Wynton Marsalis doesn't play jazz and classical on the same night. Right?
That would hurt. It would be physical pain.
Yeah.
Because, like, your muscle memory is trying to do one thing, and your brain is, like, trying to pilot, and the inputs are backwards.
No bueno. No bueno.
GameCube is not the only button layout that makes sense, Lord Zorano. GameCube can go in the sea.
Is that where my GameCube is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's like all the car batteries in GameCubes. Those Garfield phones. Nintendo should have never introduced Z buttons.
This is their fault.
This is their fault.
You see, the only controller that makes sense is the Sega Genesis.
I have a Sega Game Gear, and just having 6 face buttons is a lot.
Yeah, that seems like too...
That's a lot for your thumb.
Well, that's like a Street Fighter. Or
Yeah,
a fighting game
but
controller.
It's a handheld console.
Right, and wait, didn't a Game Gear run on basically off a car battery that died in about 2 days, or 2 hours?
Double A's. Like,
yeah.
9 double A's.
God.
1 double A per button.
Right. Also, like, I love how people are making emulator Game Boys now that
With
are
bigger
actually
screens.
Yeah, that are actually quite nice. I've been thinking about getting one, even though I don't have any of my Game Boy games anymore.
I've heard bad things about them. About
Really?
the rendering or any lag associated with certain emulators.
Oh, that sucks. Because I kind of want to play Final Fantasy Adventure and Final Fantasy Legends again.
You can never go back, Cameron.
I can't. You know, it's like the novel Look Homeward, Angel. No further elaboration. Did you know you can get a 40% keyboard that doesn't have a Q or an A button?
Okay.
Right.
So, I will not even get a 10 keyless, like, keyboard. Like, I need my number pad for so many things.
Yeah, like, I've got a 60%, but if I go back to do more research, I will need to get a numpad, because... Oh, I remember my fingers flying across the 10 keys, right, to enter information into cells.
Oh, God. Like, kids don't know. Kids don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, now you work at a grocery store, you just scan and it goes in immediately. You don't have to, like...
Yep.
Unless you're at, like, a bulk barn and you have to do the codes. Yeah, just flying.
Yeah. Like, if I need to get a numpad with cherry black switches. The
so
ones where
it's
like clunk. Right?
Yeah.
Where
just
you can tell yourself...
drive it in!
Yeah, where you tell yourself you're, like, entering the codes on the nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like you could always tell your friends who worked at a grocery store because their right hand was just like
Defaulted into the claw.
yeah, and also they could just like crush walnuts with it.
Mm. Grip strength.
They all have arthritis now.
Never get old.
Don't recommend it.
Take your back meds.
Yeah, it is 10 to 1, which means it's almost time for you to take your ibuprofen for your back. Or 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you think Harry's back hurts?
There's a lot of detail about that when he tries to sleep and when he sits somewhere either comfortable or uncomfortable. Like, he's not sitting in Edward's chair very long before he turns to liquid jello.
Yes, yeah, before he actually dies. Like, I love that Harry has, like, this thing where he is, like, a 3 or 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Who, if he is made to do anything that is not, like, in any way unpleasant, he will literally die.
Yeah.
Right, where he's just like, no.
Just, like, standing in the grocery store, Harry's lying on the ground. One hand held by Kim, who is just dragging him away from, like, the Cocoa Puffs.
Harry needs that idle animation where he's doing the little kid thing of just, like...
Yeah, that needs to happen in, like when he's trying to take on the Union, and he's, like, trying to prove his authority.
Oh, I'm dizzy.
A lot of physical activity. It's been a long pandemic. We'll let it settle.
Okay.
Now I want him to get, like, an elementary school birthday party with a clown that's terrible, and he just has to sit there. And it's the worst birthday party ever.
Yeah.
It's not the party he wanted, Kim.
Yeah, he doesn't like clowns. He wanted to go to laser tag.
Oh.
And instead his parents got him a clown.
I know that pain.
Yeah.
For my 13th birthday, we went to Bubba Baloo's and did the laser tag.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a friend who worked at Bubba Baloo's.
Oh.
Yeah. I had the little battery.
Yeah.
For a frequent laser tag thing where you could just tap it on your vest and it would give you like your own. It kept your score.
Yeah. So many people did not know how to play laser tag that it didn't really matter because you could just stand off to the side and shoot their base.
Yep. The trick was I had a friend who would take on any number of people. The guy who worked at Bubba Baloo's would take on any number of opposing people on a team as long as he could do it without any music playing.
Fair. Yeah, I've been thinking about Bubba Baloo's a lot because I was watching a video about ball pits.
Uh-huh.
Can you remember how there was like 3 ball pits?
Yes.
And there was just like the one the teams would hang out in?
Mm-hmm. Do we have a ball pit cryptid? Has anyone invented a ball pit cryptid?
I mean, they would probably just be at those Instagram locations now, right?
Right. But like, the ball pitizen, which is either
I think
like...
the ball pit cryptid is just like a Band-Aid that you found in a ball pit once. It's just like, wow, I've seen this Hello Kitty Band-Aid like 3 times in this ball pit.
Why is it wet?
That's not a question you ever want to ask in a ball pit.
Yeah, like what is the Eastern European spirit? It's like a girl who drowned in a lake. Is it a Rusalka
That sounds correct.
that tries to lure other people into the lake?
But it's the ball pit.
Yeah. Is there a ball pit Rusalka?
I don't know. Yeah, going through the list of ball pit archetypes, there's like the kid that's a little older and can do flips.
Mm-hmm.
There's the person sorting the different colors. There's, depending on if there's like a target thing in the corner, there's like the person who can throw really well.
Yeah. And now I just remembered the one animated GIF of a little kid in one of those enormous indoor playgrounds.
Yeah.
Where he tries to do like a backflip or a front flip onto, the netting.
Yeah.
And slips through all of them.
I love that.
Where he just like wham, 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 like just falls in through the holes of every single layer of netting. And then it comes up with, "You died." What would Harry do in a ball pit? I mean, drugs.
Sink to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could just the kids who can't swim.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of starfish and go down.
Yes. Oh, okay. Did you ever go to the Four Seasons pool?
Yes.
Did you ever have the nachos?
Yes.
And the particular combination of chlorine and nacho cheese?
I don't know why the Four Seasons smelled so much more than every other pool.
Yeah.
And it had like the cedar siding too.
Yeah.
Right? So it was just like a very unique thing. And then the greasy nachos. Mm-hmm. It's like, God, what's the pool next to the library called?
That is the Four Seasons.
Oh, yeah. But having a donut
mm-hmm.
there is a sense memory for me. Just like a chocolate glaze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Four Seasons pool. Before they built the Aqua Center.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was thinking about the one with the cedar siding is the one that was in one of the hotels, the Holiday Inn or whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, that was the
thinking.
Esther's Inn.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they had all the water slides.
Yes. Four Seasons had one water slide.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely where I went for swim lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Four Seasons is all like brick and stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of a high 1960s. There was a lot of like mosaic tile work.
Yep. A lot of white and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like planters with ferns.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go. Wait in line for the water slide and spit on the plants.
I don't have that memory.
Well, I see someone didn't have friends.
It's true. Hey, I'll have you know that I got friends in grade 11.
Same.
Oh.
Because when I was in grade 10, my friends were all in grade 12 and they graduated. And then I had to come up with a new group of friends.
Dope.
It really sucked. My first friend was grade 8 when I went to PGSS.
I went to Duchess Park.
One of my cousins went to Duchess Park.
Brutal.
And then, actually, one of my cousins also went to O'Grady for a while.
Ew.
I know, right?
Ew.
It was really fun because we lived in College Heights and none of us ever went to College Heights.
Yeah. Well, CHSS was like, the rich kid high school. Whereas Duchess Park was properly skidly.
But they had the secret tunnels, right? Or was that O'Grady?
That was O'Grady.
Yeah.
We had no secret tunnels.
No secret tunnels.
And then there was Hart
Highlands?
Yeah, Hart Highlands. And then the other high school that was by Connaught Hill, or Cranbrook Hill. It was named after a person.
Don't think I've been to Prince George since
2012?
2007 or 8.
Yeah. I think mine was 2012. Christmas 2012. I should go back. I should find a car somewhere and make that road trip.
It's so different now that they built like that Walmart up the highway. Because I went to West Side, so that area was all rural and just street and like the natural path.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and now it's like a shopping center.
Yeah, for a while, my hometown had the largest Canadian Tire in the universe.
But at least Fort George Park always had a fire truck.
Yeah, the fire truck in the park was awesome. Also, Canada Day in the park always ruled.
Always ruled.
Yeah. Same, like, Prince George had a lot of problems, but having a diverse, multicultural society was not one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I was actually spoiled for all kinds of things growing up in Prince George, not the least of which was a diverse selection of food and restaurants.
Lots.
Yeah. Wildcat. I think this is my first time streaming with somebody in this office in 2 years.
Yep. Sometimes I see like the lore MTG people in here, and I feel like coming into I feel like that's why Beej would come in and sit in here with his mask, but I was just like, I don't want to go on camera with my mask on.
Yeah.
I don't want to be weird and muffled.
I mean, I'm here because I had to film a thing and wasn't able to get back in time.
Yep. And then I discovered that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I probably should have, like, mentioned something. Shall we video game?
I'm just thinking about another hour in the ball pit.
Yeah.
Because Matthews from Desert Bus was at DashCon.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so the thing about the ball pit was it was a rental.
Okay.
That's why the extra hour was significant. Because they bargained with the little mom and pop shop to get an extra hour. Instead of, like, paying for the site that they were hosting their convention.
I mean, I've heard a lot about DashCon, and one of the things that I took away from it was that actually going at all was a minor miracle.
Yeah.
Like, because the person who was in charge of organizing it was like 13.
And somehow they got Doug Jones.
Yeah. Like, the DashCon was a disaster, but it should have been more of a disaster.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The passing the hat thing. Oh my god. But it was not. It should have been Fire Festival.
Yes.
People should have been crying and eating each other.
Yeah, like the fact that there were no fires, that there was like, yeah. There was a Bitcoin festival that turned out as badly as DashCon. Huh.
Yeah, I saw the ball pit. It was a bigger ball pit, and all the balls were orange.
Now I can't stop thinking about that what was the island that they were trying to build? The Bitcoin island? Crypto land?
Let me guess. No laws?
No laws, but like a big banner that says, "We remember the hodlers." Right? Like,
Yes. Real KG about age of consent. Yeah. Never join a commune or an island that doesn't have an age of consent law in place.
God. Scandinavia is a great name for it. All right.
I'm doing it.
Let's begin.
Hitting the buttons. This mouse. I'm gonna drive.
Okay.
So that we can run.
Okay.
All right. New game. Now we're in the same room. We got to start over from scratch.
Obviously, yeah.
All right. Day 3.
Oh, we're still wearing our corpse gloves.
They make us better.
Do they? Do they give us composure?
No.
Is that it?
No, it's electrochemistry, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or interfacing? Interfacing.
Oh.
So they go well with our crowbar, or pry bar, and chain cutters. And I think I'm just not holding the bag right now for fashion. Because it was weird to watch him do, like, emotes and stuff with the bag stiffly in his hand.
Yeah. God, one thing I really love about the upstairs is... Oh, look who's here.
Everybody. You were going to say? One thing I love?
Oh, is the... Clearly this was built on top of an older building, or onto an older building, and you can see, like, the stonework upstairs, in particular.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Should we talk to her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Let's just do this by the book, okay? Or I bring words to the end to come.
Ooh, we could be Apocalypse Cop.
We are Apocalypse Cop, more or less.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Poor Vinkmire.
Yeah.
Just dressed as us for no reason.
Word of the end to come. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
So you're from the police, right? Cool. So am I.
So, what precinct are you from? I hope it's not mine. Should I?
Yeah.
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying response from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Bye. All right.
Tremble.
There it is.
The time isn't time for the show.
I'm just going to click on these quickly because we did this last week.
Theodos.
And proceed.
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos.
Opt
The
in.
face of the
Yes.
Hot cabinets. Apocalypse. All right.
Apocalypse.
Kim's with us. Lena's there. Should we just go open the thingamy?
Yeah.
Hit across the water.
Yeah.
Ditch these losers.
Yep. Find pigs. Can we find pigs yet?
I think we have to go across and then talk to the kids. Maybe the kids will tell us about the weird lady. It's been a while. Hey everybody. Hi. Hello.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
R/oddly satisfying.
It fits.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked.
You're my
with everything that's
dad.
going on.
Focus on one thing, achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
No. Gonna get my badge back. Money.
We got to get $20 by tonight.
No, we don't.
Oh right, yeah, because we can sleep here, can't we?
Yes, for free. Do.
Well, that's weird. It's probably nothing.
Money.
I always assumed Kim's accent was French.
He sounds French.
Yeah. It's kind of like bunny ears French.
Yeah. Fuel. Alright.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water.
Poor lonely sinking car.
The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks.
That's fast. This is where the tracks to the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
He's
You
on my
get a
side.
sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run hand over cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two tops?
They go out. Sit on the swing and wait.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
I like how Kim sits on the swing.
Yeah.
The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant
Ooh,
laughter.
yeah.
Ice
Yeah.
cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. The tune on your lips forms
Nice.
a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water.
Bros.
Yeah, this is just a sweet moment.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Racism. Stupid. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Yeah, 3. Let's be weird.
Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand at a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Oh, they transmit parasites like you would not believe. Do not. It's like the mosquito thing, right? Where if you get bitten by a mosquito, you're being bit by every other thing the mosquito's eaten.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Do you think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
Oh.
I've been thinking if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon, and then I wouldn't even need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupé, Model 40.
Yeah, no, it's just like an oddly blurry zone.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't-
Yeah, it's all mosaiced out for me.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
District precinct. I like number 4 a lot.
Alright, I hate guessing. District something, precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache.
A precinct. Yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across a canal.
I can still fix it. It's
I can
good.
still fix it.
That is very unlikely.
No, it's still good. It's still
All the
good.
electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one.
No, she's okay.
Not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
Everyone's gonna be mad at me.
In Precinct 41.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily.
Still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
That's not even true.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Fool. I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Well,
How could you say that?
at least I get to see what's in there now.
Like there's just snot and tears and. Is there a word for the mixture of snot and tears?
Just an ugly cry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at talentless fuckfest, recidivistic shit peddler, pedantic, listless, savagely boring, just one repulsive laugh after another.
So -1 to hand-eye coordination, hands shake from anger how shit it all is. And conceptualization passive skill, +1 morale, give +10 XP.
Nice. Love it.
So now we just have to accidental into some passives, you know?
Yeah.
Ah. Footprints. Shall I follow them?
Let's. Maybe we can find who we were
Oh,
chasing.
right. I should get my badge. Oops. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Alright, we're good. I got them. Hey, nice lady. Hi, hello.
Hi, officer. Anything I can help you with?
What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. What are the other ones?
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Is that a Welsh accent?
Or Irish?
Irish, maybe? Yeah.
Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
A little bit West Country in Bater? Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, Men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait, why? If they're thick-headed...
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband?
Gone.
Coward, I would never leave anyone.
Good for you. He, however, was lost to the waves. It's been quite a while now.
Oh. Guess wait for her to continue?
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Is that your boat?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
Sunny days?
Aye. Sunny days. You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
When do you think the boat will be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Missing cryptozoologists.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? I haven't heard of those. Come on.
2 old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
The like?
The like?
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
Where'd they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
What do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic.
Oh, very. Finding pieces of glass, bits of wood. Every once in a while we get dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. What else? Bottles, drugs also, lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass. Very romantic.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all.
Tell me about the human bodies.
Is that what you want?
No. Really? The mine? A sea mine? Cool.
Cool.
Let's go throw rocks at it, Kim.
Ooh. Oh. Bodies. Come on.
Do we?
Well, we know the mine is useless.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe drugs? We can get more drugs? want to diss
No,
this place.
We've got to make ourselves sound deep.
Oh.
Tell me about the dead bodies.
Oh, yeah. Human bodies. Dead human bodies. Tell me all about those.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Oh.
Gotta wait for a date
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. I think we're at time to take a break.
We are. All right, we'll be back in a few short minutes, chat. So, go and,
Be about your business.
we have returned.
Welcome back, everybody.
We need to find somewhere to take this widow on a date.
Yeah.
For
Reasons.
yeah,
Normal reasons.
for the usual reasons.
Exactly. Don't need to talk to them. Drunk guys?
Drunks, yeah.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
Yes.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
I like how we're vibrating.
Where? What? Huh?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries.
Okay, cool. What do I do next?
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
You there. Drunk. I guess it was actually the other drunk. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Reality? It's perishing. Soon, only glowing embers will remain. Of the atoms, of human faces, only echoes.
Not this again.
Yeah. Oh.
We were done.
Oh.
Kim, play along!
Oh no. Kim's tired of our shit.
Only echoes remaining of human faces? That's a pretty good apocalypse. I wouldn't mind if it came down to that. Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
Okay, bye.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
I love what a wildly cruel name that is for us.
I have deals set up for you, buddy boy.
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka. The spirit. Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done!
You feel your necktie strangle you with excitement.
It's our end game!
God, horrific neckties lines must have been so much fun to record.
If not that someone would approach me for a voice role, but maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If that pitch ever came across my desk, yes. This is the mystery and the truth, and I need to buy that spirit.
Exactly! This is no ordinary drink! It's what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! That drink is special! You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it, and the fate of many worlds.
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously. He knows something is going on. In your head.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is it?
What?
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
I got one of those
foreshadowing
ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
Isn't that hollandaise?
What does that mean? It's a good tip. I should remember it.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Assholes.
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers. Fight 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Don't say it.
Can I smell it first?
Yeah, be careful. It's extremely flammable. One spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map.
Feels like someone set a mustard field ablaze right inside your nose, then drenched it in tear gas. Your nose is a singular source of pain, but at the same time you don't remember the last time you felt so alive.
Never smelled something that gave me that experience.
No.
I've never whiffed something to this is what living is.
Did I not tell you, Bratan? This is it! This is our party drink! This is what we're having, baby! Please get it for me!
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
I think it will prove useful. Yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it.
Boom.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Huh?
Just wait for my sign. Keep it with you. Keep it warm. Keep it safe. Soon we will enter The other world.
Don't do it, Necktie.
The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
Alright.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
No, it's not. Should we talk to Don't Call Abigail?
Sure, why not?
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail!
Where am I? What is this place?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Oh god.
I think this can kill us. I don't remember.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Good times. So, I can learn to read, probably.
Ooh.
I'll save that for a fun time later. Ba-dum. To the church. Music somewhere on the ice. I can't believe they haven't fixed this door after so long. Let's go around the church.
Do we want to talk to, what's her name on the ice floe first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought we could go around this way. Maybe not.
Right. Yeah. The pigs aren't there during the day, are they?
Yeah, and I think we might have to talk to someone to trigger pigs. I don't.
Is it Claire? Do we have to complete Claire's, like, investigation into it?
All right.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
Said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
This isn't about me.
I should and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Now that's all cleared up, I have some questions for you.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot.
What's your name?
Estelle.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
Why indeed? Forget it.
Okay.
What's that device you have there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
How does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where did you get it?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
Tell me more about the microphone.
Sure.
I have some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
What are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the old headphones?
What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
For what?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
Everything checks out, sire.
Drama! What are the recordings for?
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
To Emily, I'm not giving her froggy visor. She doesn't even put on the hat if you give her one.
Oh, really?
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible. Like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill. The quivering jaw. Indications of a drug high.
Take this, your call.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
You said it's supposed to be a music place.
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Elysium, that's for sure.
And who are these boys?
Boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
This is where a hat would come in handy.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
Goodbye.
Go ahead.
We can retry it at least.
Well, maybe I want to do
Okay.
drugs first.
Oh.
Do I have any drugs that boost that? Tools. Speed. No.
No.
No, I don't.
They all, in fact, hammer that.
All right, so,
Hello again.
100%.
The device is cold to the touch. Angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Empathy, legendary failure is like, that could be my motto.
That's you? You,
Yeah.
you identify with that? That,
Yeah.
that resonates?
It me.
A pane of eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
So you're saying if you see someone crying, you don't immediately just start crying too?
Yes.
Sounds
Not-
nice.
Not usually, right? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know, sometimes you throw the boxcars.
Boxcars?
You know, on the dice.
Oh! I've never heard that said.
Really?
Yeah.
2 6s?
Yeah. I've
Double
never-
6s on 2 dice. Double 6s are colloquially boxcars, where 2 1s are snake eyes.
Yeah. Interesting. Pushy.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a
Shortcut opened.
All right. All right. Now to Morel. Which way do I go? Down this way. Down and around. Do 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 do.
Aha!
Located. Tell me about snowmen.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Shut up, Gary.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
It's fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Withhold the story.
Oh, good.
He doesn't need to know.
He doesn't need to know.
Get him back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Tell me about Phasmid.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
Whenever I hear Phasmid, I just always think about Master and Commander when they're on the Galapagos and he finds the stick bug. And then they learn the lesson to become some kind of nautical phasmid and disguise their ship as a whaling ship.
Yep.
To lure in the Acheron. And
how many times have you seen Master and Commander?
3 or 4 maybe
okay.
total. But I just like the line where he's like, we'll lure in this, this predator. And the Doctor is like, no, Jack, you're the predator. Right.
For a while, some of my nieces raised stick bugs.
Really?
Yeah. And mantises.
Oh, cool.
All right. What sort of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid. A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Ghost insect. So you're ghost hunters.
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an extant species of phasmid.
How big is the phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
I love how he's Australian.
Yeah, it's great. Why are you interested in this stick bug? Doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real. By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there's been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe it died.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Oh.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
That's pretty clever.
Yes. The Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insect.
Tell me about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps.
Yes.
How do they work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out.
You know, I
think those might be a little small.
think those might be backwards. I don't see how it can't get out. Back out the wide end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are a little small. It can maybe get like one of its little stick arms in there.
Yeah. And then it'll just be like walking around with this thing stuck on its arm.
The net is the perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
You know, like dogs or cats when they get like stuff on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just kind of...
Yeah.
But it's the phasmid forelimbs just stuck.
Do you use earbud headphones by any chance?
Yeah.
Have you ever put them in the wrong ear and then you suddenly absolutely fundamentally understand what it's like to be a cat with a piece of tape on its paw?
No, I cannot put them in backwards.
Okay. Because, like, if you ever have, it is wrong in a way that you are not primed for and have no capacity to deal with. So you're just like, no, I've got to turn my head around inside in the headphones.
Yeah.
Right? Like, your first instinct is to, like, somehow turn your head inside out in order to correct this problem. And suddenly you get the cat with its, like, the kitten mittens effect.
Kitten mittens. What you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What will you do if the traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Who's funding this expedition?
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
The Cryptozoologist's Wife sounds like a book that would win a Man Booker Prize.
So the astronaut's wife is time travel, right?
Yes.
What is the cryptozoologist's wife?
Yes. What?
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
How many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
2?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves.
Are you, though?
More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Two out of 4,000 is not even 1%.
In fact, it is 0.05%.
Ooh.
Ever more magnificent should our search contribute to making that number 0.075%.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession, just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid.
Yeah.
Although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later. This close call.
Thank you.
Yes?
Do you think Kim will leave us if we...
Kim really dislikes cryptids. I want to get to the bottom of that, actually.
Yeah.
Kim, what do you have against
Hey,
Sasquatches?
Kimball.
All right. What cryptids precisely?
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Can we ask about the Coco Mama Dakwa? We cannot.
We cannot. That's not the thing that I've heard. I know about the most dangerous cryptid, the Gnome of Jeroma.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
That must be the evil apes duking it out on the giant ball.
The what?
The evil apes. I suspect I might be one myself.
Oh, you're just talking about humans. Well, yes. We are quite dangerous, but we're hardly cryptids. The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the dread moose.
No shit.
Get out of here.
But we're not get out of anywhere.
Huh.
The Dreadmoose is a widely reported cryptid from Arda. It subsists entirely on flesh, and has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
What does it look like?
Just like an ordinary Arden moose.
How can you tell if it's the ordinary or the dread kind?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful, and hard to identify.
Compelling.
I'm 100% behind the dread moose. I utterly believe it exists.
Of course you do.
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more. Sightings in Vasa, reaching back 4 centuries. But, of course, nothing satiates the skepticism of.
A detective. Pardon me, I did not wish to seek conflict. It's simply my training to question things.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Sure, let's talk about the Giant of Coconur.
That's impressive, I guess. But have you seen it with your own eyes?
Have you seen it?
I haven't had a chance to travel to Coconur. No. And I likely never will. The Samaskill desert region has been embroiled in a small civil war for the last 8 years. I fear this mindless barbarism may have wiped out the elusive creature entirely. Sightings of towering luminosities have grown rare recently, while they once used to be constant.
It remains unclear what this has got to do with you seeing it, as he was inquiring before. He was just being defensive.
Should I bring up the one that I've never heard of?
I don't actually remember this one.
Cryobacter catlinus.
Oh, everyone knows about that one, thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time. Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler. No one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nongok.
The Nongok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nongok to run faster than any other avian. Perhaps any other animal. Who knows? Stop hunting its prey in this manner. The Ock hangs from tree branches, like a bat, waiting to dive on hapless prey below on the jungle floor. Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect. Really a shame she disappeared.
When did she disappear?
Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side.
Tell me about cool cryptids.
Or should we ask about the one he almost caught?
All right.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paints. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined.
Yeah, Kim.
Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
Trajas, you can recruit Kuno to help you as a junior detective on the island at some point.
Yes.
But that's more instead of Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Cool cryptid.
No offence, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I want, me. I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
This is a gruff man who's been ridiculed too many times to feel comfortable talking about what's dearest to his heart. It's in his shoulders. His face is everything.
Alright.
By all means.
Let's go. Talk to Gary. Tell me about cryptids.
I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? Yellow man. I mean, officer.
How do you...
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
You said yellow man. That's not something people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I am.
Oh, God. 250? How am I gonna pay that? Okay, I'll work harder. I'll pay it off. I promise.
Pay it now.
It's, in a way, admirable how quickly he composes himself after such a blow. This man digs authority, even when it's bullying him.
I can't imagine that headspace.
Yeah.
Ugh.
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 And I'll never do it again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Hey Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
You wouldn't
The armor.
know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes, of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
What's that noise?
What sound?
Clinking when you moved.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
I hope I can help your investigation, in my small way.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together.
Bully the
As if
fascist.
something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature?
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Something more underneath?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in a yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Why did you really put these clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Give me the armor, now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
What's a burning rhino?
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
How do they burn?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
Why only the males?
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly.
God, this guy sucks.
Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
But you don't fear the rhino, do you, Gary?
Looking up from his notes, it's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual.
Alright. That's good.
Well. Break time?
Break time.
God, Gary sucks so bad. And the fact that he's into you bullying him.
I know. Oh. Have you watched the pirate show at all?
No, I have not.
I mean, I'm not saying he's an Izzy Hands type, but he does want you to choke him. Like... Oh.
Right, because, like... Also the halo in his portrait.
That's from the flag.
Yeah.
Which I think we can get. I think that's one of the alternates for Harry.
Oh, really? If you go full fascist, you get the Revocol flag?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can be, like, super sad, shaved, no expression, Revocol flag. But yeah. Just a ring of fiery fucking rhinos.
It scares the locals, but not Gary. Gary would tame these beasts.
But
they would recognize him.
He doesn't like to travel. There's so many foreigners in other countries.
That's true. That's where foreigners come from.
Yeah. I bet they won't even speak Revocol there.
No.
Uneducated.
They probably can't.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Chat can't see your teeth moving. All right. Break time.
Disgusting.
Break time.
Break time. Hello. We are back. Well, I'm back. Corey is on just a slightly extended break. But how's it going out there? So, why crypto-fascist? Actually, there is something else I want to ask Gary.
Officers. I like to pronounce it the hard way, the old way, the Vespertine way.
Vespertine.
He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd. It's a secret rite, a very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Yeah, trying to dog whistle us. Well, I mean, crypto-fascist is a thing, right? It is the kind of the fifth column, right? Hidden amongst us.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. You don't have a reason to. Yet. Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water.
Oh, God. Oh, can we study his traps? Yes, a crypto-fascist is a hidden fascist, much the same way a cryptid is a hidden animal. Gary is out there, waiting for his moment, kind of. Yeah, Red Dwarf. Teenage Lister calls everyone a crypto-fascist when you meet him. Yeah, he wanted the armor to feel operator. But his fascination with the burning rhino, like that, the weird, hyper-masculine thing.
Of rhinos getting it on?
Yeah, well, on fire. Is... Oh. Like, you know exactly what kind of person he is, just from that, like, fascination.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow never. Looks like tomorrow never.
So the reason I was thinking about Prince George is because I'm pretty sure, of all places, they would have a Wompty Dumpty Dum. Like, somewhere that has a Bubbaloo's would have a Wompty Dumpty Dum.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's from talking to the guy here.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get into it. Looks like tomorrow never.
The windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hailostam. You must be Kim Kisuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
Back when the web was good.
So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
I remember liking Trant quite a lot.
Trant's lovely.
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of him, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Oh, it's Xerox.
Or Bell Labs.
But Xerox specifically, because they were in the computer business making microchips.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But now they sell ink and cartridges. Now they sell just photocopiers.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Recherche et développement.
The two P's in development.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution, revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
I like his little sailor outfit.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes, possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers, they used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Decret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree.
Guess we have to go to the bookstore.
Yeah.
Try to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Jews joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Joost?
The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Actually, I think there is. No, it's too much. He's joking.
In fact, I'm not. The Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Yeah.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the felt playback experience, but those are incorrect. Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
What?
Wait a minute, are we Assassin's Creeding? Because I was gonna mention earlier that our interface says on the side filled playback. Like the tape is
it is
tape. But if it's the filled playback experience, then we're experiencing a record of something that happened.
Yes.
Like an Assassin's Creed.
We are. And we're experiencing it from inside.
Yeah.
Because it's reversed.
Yeah, I always thought that this was like Kim's record of what happened.
No.
But
yeah.
But yeah.
Computer. Exit.
Computer? Now I'm just thinking about transparent aluminum.
What if...
Have to exit the hard way, just like Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Or the Voltaeum.
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinaise was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans. But of course, what else?
I can't ask Tran for money.
No! God.
No.
No. He doesn't
No.
have any money.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikael here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
He and Mikhail are going to have a discussion about drug use when they get home.
Oh.
The effects of long-term alcohol poisoning.
Well, time to teleport.
No.
No?
You can't until you decide that you have to go in.
Oh.
But I'm hoping that we'll notice the below the stairs.
Remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
No kidding. Technically, I got a 7 out of 10 too, because we've killed 3 people.
Lysander Salamander, the amnesia is caused by supernatural stuff happening locally.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go and find the dead man.
Yeah, let's go look at the dead person.
Found your husband.
Wine canister.
It's awful and familiar. It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Oh, Kim
Eyes
knows.
up, detective. Something's not right here.
Eyes up, Guardian.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
More like Post Malone, am I right?
His limbs
Chat?
bent and neck turn at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself.
Is this the only time it's referred to as a bomber jacket rather than an aerostat jacket?
I think when we're talking about the jacket, we go into how it's an aerostatic bomber crew jacket.
Oh, okay, yes, right.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Is kebab shawarma?
I think so, yes.
Because kebabs are like food on a stick here, but I think the big rotating meat thing is also called kebab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just doner.
Or just doner, yeah. But I was just like, for years I've been just imagining British people out and about picking up little stick meats.
Yeah. Yeah.
And raving about kebabs. But no, it's different.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right?
Just makes my jaw tired.
The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle. A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work. Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We can just decide to ignore it.
Yes.
Walk away.
Let's think about this for a while. Should we take the case?
Yeah, oh yeah.
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 Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case. Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
Well, at least you're not married.
Oh, oh, not anymore, Tim. Oh,
Or what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Oh, we can't. We have to...
what are you after?
The library card.
Yeah.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Good idea. There was plenty of information here to go by.
Aw. I was hoping getting her full name earlier would make it apparent to Harry. Yeah. But I like how their phone numbers are the same as ours, but the spacing is different.
Yeah, because it goes 223, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at us. We used to be happy.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good came out of all this.
Ooh.
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 Ooh. Move away.
Weird. I can't see anything when I look at it. Okay, back to the Kinema. Can we fast travel?
We can fast travel some places, like the church.
Yeah.
Or back to the Martinez waterfront, I think. But I think you have to be at a location, so if we're in front of the church...
Oh, we can teleport.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass.
I suppose we could have gotten the tear.
I don't think we could have.
Teflon. Can we get there from here? We can.
Oh, if you wanted to teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh, yes, they did a big
Inside,
update to
you
just
see
go.
a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to the librarian. Connecting the code in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes. Okay, if it was the police.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him. 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Alright.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
ICP serial number. What was that again?
That was the boots.
Oh, right.
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Crenel, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit of armor.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes. This is important,
This
Elise.
is so important.
Elise, if you can do this, this will be huge for us. This will be a breakthrough.
This will break the case.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right. I guess we're going to see the widow.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hop, hop, hop. Oh, do we want to check the bookstore for a copy of the manifesto?
Sure. Or the decree.
The decree, excuse me.
These are the Helmsdale
display
books.
rack is
Oh,
made of
right.
worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular.
I bet he knows where to find a flaming rhino.
Is there one, actually?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let's go look.
The plaque on the shelf reads, "You will attain a place on this shelf one day, or die trying." Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, "High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz." High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history.
Boring.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Party.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
Fuck the police.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not... I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you.
That's right, Plaisance.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. This
Paranatural literature.
Ugh, books.
Nerd shit. Tome of Fascist Magic. Huh.
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 These shelves are overburdened with books from the same city. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Boring.
Yeah. Too bad we can't go to the library. Imagine how much reading we could do.
And all the time that would pass. Just absolutely incredible. Tibbs has windows if you have coin.
Oh.
Can we conceptualize?
No.
No.
To see here.
But if we level up and come back at night.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe? Door.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't done yet today?
Balcony. Save your work often. Yeah. That door.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20.
I think on our last playthrough we actually made this through okay.
Well, we could wreck it this time.
Something smells good. Soup along, The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need this. You don't need to sad it up.
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Dad, just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
All right.
All right.
Should we modify our equipment?
Yeah, if you just hit proceed, then.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Do we have anything that ups empathy?
Clothing-wise?
Because these are mostly empathy checks, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think we're as good as we get.
Okay. Do we have anything that's actively impairing it?
We could put the stuff in our hands. The clipboard, does that also hammer empathy? Oh, there we go.
It improves it.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Anything else?
No.
No.
We'd have to get the pure Holodin from
Roy. Door. Something smells. The lieutenant. This is the. Get yourself together.
Don't knock. Just leave. You.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
The police. A moment, please. Give us a moment.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door is open.
Alrighty. I don't think she has anything valuable.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink?
This is
Tea, lemonade?
the music is
coffee.
what we'll listen to later on the boat. Want to Be Free. This is a music cue from a song called Want to Be Free by British Sea Power.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief. For now, you're on your
We have his handkerchief.
Oh God!
Does he have multiple monogrammed handkerchiefs?
Kim, have you been holding out on us?
He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thank you, but I'm okay.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
I don't want to. I don't want to do this.
Say what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just...
Oh God.
Look, Kim can just do it for us.
He can't. We can't make Kim do this.
A weathered brown dog. Something smell. The lieutenant. This is the... Get yourself to...
Don't knock. Just leave.
You're right.
You hit...
We have our... Now, delivering a death note dead.
Good advice.
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information.
Proceed.
The lieutenant motions.
Hello?
And someone turns down the radio.
The police.
Tidying. There's fear in it.
Come in. The door.
It's you from the bookstand. I don't think I introduced...
The lieutenant, he must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this what?
Is this about...
Keep it together.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
I don't want to.
Same roll.
It doesn't cash rolls. What if we just do this next week?
Yeah, let's do it next week. Yeah, end of stream. End of stream.
Yeah,
end of
alright.
stream.
Yep, got a lot done today.
Yep. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get to the death notice.
Nope.
Man, 2 3s in a row.
Not when we wanted boxcars.
Yeah. Well, game's over. We beat it.
Subs then.
Yeah, subs.
Yeah. All right.
Spicy Ferret has come back for the 15th month, saying lucky 13 plus 2.
Lucian 0451 has been here for 45 months. Nice.
Angnor 33 has come back for the 100th month, the 1 year, and long last 1 full year of being subbed to my favorite people.
Senor Pino, 8 months. Ha! Take that, you two. Endure my sub.
Sonic Wolf has come back for the 96th month. Woo, it's the funny number backwards. Never 96. It's no good.
Netty471, 18 months. Oops, forgot to re-up my sub. Wondered why I didn't have my arrow.
Oh no. Sarah Serinde has come back for the 93rd month. A+ conversation times. Thank you. No, thank you.
Starfreak, 359, 37 months. Thank you as well.
Frostonic has come back for the 45th month. Just popping in to wish you a very good strem and to wish all Bitcoin a very cease to exist.
Serial Tram, 14 months.
Annex Media has come back for the 35th month. Almost a year.
Ominously Ominous, 86ing, which is something you can do.
Tetroga has come back for the 26th month. Thank you.
Foxbar, 98, just 2 to the 1 year.
Ooh, it is not nigh. Dormar has come back for the 44th month. Thank you.
The Mate, 51 months. That sound fake.
Adam J. Ford has come back for the 88th month. Okay, I hit the button. You did. Thank you for doing so.
Arconic Energy, 66 months. Awesome.
And Baby Blue Hippo has come back for the 42nd month. Thank you. Happy Adamsversary.
Coming up at 5, we've got Bloodborne.
Yep, on the noping.
So look forward to that.
Is good. Game good.
Game good.
Game good.
Game good. Monster Hunter Rise.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Do they have the bagpipe at least?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a hunting horn.
I think I might listen to British Sea Power. It's a good song if you... It's called Want to Be Free. It's called something else here.
I have the album, so...
I mean, British Sea Power is responsible for a lot of the names in here, right? Whirling in Rags comes from a song of theirs. As, although, Un jour je retournerai près de toi is from something else.
Call Me Mañana and some other stuff is from Scooter.
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore.
Hardcore!
Well,
we just brought so much misery into that woman's life.
We're gonna just have to sad it up later.
Yeah. What if we sadded it up now, too?
Well, that's what I was planning to do when we go offline.
I ruined it. Well, goodbye. It's over now, folks.